Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Taco Don the Con. Yeah, that guy. It's his health reading for Tuesday, June 10th. And I guess he's supposed to be at Camp David, so we'll see. What is the state of his health for the next 24 hours from midnight of June 10th, 24 hours up to midnight of June 11th, which will be the full moon on his moon and his south node. Phew. Very karmic full moon for him this year. Oh, and you want to see something else really funny? Hold on real quick. There we go. Here's his, I don't know if you can see that, his solar return. So this is his birthday chart for the year. It comes in on the 13th. He has his birthday on Friday the 13th. Yeah. It looks like a lot of challenges, but anyway, that's another whole story for later, but let's just stick with the tarot for now. Okay, what's the truth here? How's this going to go for him? Thank you to those of you who are reporting that Midas Touch reported what looked like a catheter. Right there. Cool. Okay, Four of Cups reversed because this is the moon in Cancer. The health issues have to do with balance problems. And, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I absolutely love it when the tarot teaches me something. And I got, we've been getting for a few days, we kept getting the Nine of Swords, upright and reversed. And I was thinking, insomnia, that's normal for him. And I thought, well, maybe he falls down because it can be like falling down a ladder. But I thought, well, how about stairs? Turns out you can fall upstairs too. Who hasn't done that though? You catch your toe on the edge if the stairs are short. But yeah, and then little Marco Rubio had to do it. He had to do it himself so that he felt better. He had to make his dad feel better. What a sellout. So anyway, Four of Cups on the level of health. Lack of balance, discomfort around being around other people. Numbness, not getting what a person wants. That would even be upright as well. But I don't know. I just feel like it's more about things aren't flowing through his lymphatic system very well. And then his biggest challenge, man, we've got a lot of, okay. His biggest challenge for the day. So this card is the forces in motion, the Four of Cups reversed. The Nine of Pentacles reversed is the challenge for the health challenge for today. And it can be a hospital stay. I wonder if he's going to Camp David to get some rest. I did a separate reading on that. But then I did another reading after that. Now I'm not even remembering all the cards. But so I won't comment on it. I'll just let you watch it. Now, or you'll see it before, because this one I'll schedule for midnight. So you will have seen that card or that reading before. But Nine of Pentacles reversed. It can be an allergic reaction to a prescription that really affects his head, and could even be a bit of a hospital stay there. Okay. Early in the morning, the Ten of Wands reversed is usually a card of releasing a lot of overwhelming energy, but it's our card for when it comes to reverse with the health issues. This is major exhaustion and problems with the heart and incontinence. I mean, we know that. liver, gout problems, high blood pressure. Yeah. And then just on the plain level, without bringing, well, because it all works together. Another factor with the Ten of Wands reversed is somebody who really avoids responsibility. So, yeah. And then we have the Death card, which, unless it's followed by the Ten of Swords, or at least the Four of Swords, Eight of Swords maybe would show paralysis. But to me, this is big changes coming for him, is the way to read it. On the health, level of health, upright or reversed, we're talking issues in the, lower parts, issues down south. Let's just call it that. It rules, it's Scorpio, right? So it rules the bladder, those other areas, and then, colon and prostate. So, but this is a card when, it's for, if you guys get it in your own personal readings, to me, it's always just about big changes coming in, a big transition. And, like endings that can bring in the experience of an absolute physical change. But yeah, he's not taking care of his health. So those big changes are coming. Now, Midday, yeah, so, okay, this is reminding me of that reading at Camp David. One of the things that I got in that reading had to do with him looking to minimize assassination risk. And I'm seeing that here with these cards. The Seven of Pentacles is our card for, reevaluation and looking at results, like profits. For him, it's all about grifting. So there's that. And when it comes to the, adding in the, because this card isn't reversed, I'm not going to, the health level of health, it's not a big problem today. But it's all about the money, Saturn and Taurus for him, Saturn and Capricorn. Yeah, it's all about the money and the grifting. And then when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles, it's not reversed, so I'm looking at it as his determination to get trustworthy people to work for him, because that's what he does. He tries to find people who are always really loyal, and they're, if you're not loyal, you're out, kind of thing. Like, remember what he did to James Comey, which I laughed my ass off when that happened. Okay. Homeostasis is one of the main issues when we get the Temperance card on a health reading. So it's, knowing that all systems work together, and patience and moderation, patience of the heart and moderation are key to, getting everything right, to keep everything balanced. But, and this is evening time. It's not reversed, so I can't say that it's, well, I have gotten this card so many times before. This is our card for gout and illnesses that are like grave illnesses, and sometimes blood transfusions. But it's not reversed today, so I guess he's not needing it today. Maybe he has a little more moderation, and maybe he's with the Ace of Cups reversed. When it comes to on the level of health, it's just blocked emotions and energy vampires around him. He's trying to be patient with them because he knows he's getting something from them. It's like the combo here is this giving to get. Yeah. So, okay. I don't know if there's much more to say about that. Well, you know what? Because the real true emotions are blocked that need to be cleared out, this can sometimes, Ace of Cups reverse can sometimes talk about rage. And maybe he's trying to temper his inner rage. Okay, then we have two major, okay. I'm just going to put that up there just for shits and giggles. Faceplant. So anyway, later in the evening, if he stays up late, he's going to be hearing something from within, but we know they're demons, it's not his like higher self calling, because he doesn't have access to his higher self. And I know a bunch of you are going to say he doesn't have a higher self. Everyone does. Every human being we incarnate with a lower self. As we grow, we learn how to bring in a mask self to hide the lower self, but we all have a higher self. His is just, it's hidden under a bunch of crusty soul substance, so it doesn't shine through. But this card is ruled by Pluto. And I'm going to go with the literal, name of the card, which is Judgment. So he holds down the rage for fear of judgment. And then with the with the Hermit reversed, this is, like his own loneliness and withdrawal. Like there are some things he won't show to anyone, except I'm sure he did to Ivana. I know he did. I'll never remember. Never forget that time. I'll always remember her speaking about, I think it was 86, if I remember the right year. It was when they were going through their divorce, and she said she was divorcing him because he raped her. Because when he had his scalp reduction and hair plug surgery, he couldn't handle the pain, and so I guess he was drugged up too, and he tried, maybe he didn't successfully do it, but he tried to rape her. And then she pulled it back to get the money, out of the divorce settlement. She retracted it. But anyway, these cards go together here. This is so amazing to have three majors over here. And I haven't even checked what's on the bottom yet. But this combo here with the Temperance and the Hermit, we're talking endocrine system. It's the endocrine system that creates the homeostasis in the body. And it's the beauty of the endocrine system, because one system will take over, or one part of the endocrine system will take over for another part, but it's not balanced, And Virgo rules the endocrine system here. So we've got the combination of the movement of whether or not something is working, trying to balance it out, and his rage is throwing everything off. So it's as simple as that. I don't know if do I have anything else to say about this? When we have the, if you look at the image, the artwork and the lights down here close to the head, this is a clue that this could be with the Hanged Man. I'm sorry. Hermit reverse. This could be a headache. Who cares, right? This could be a virus. This is another card. Like this card, if it were reversed, would be the grave illness. This, they consider it being an acute illness. And he's not getting out from under that, is the thing. And I do have, that feeling of all that lymphatic system issue, that's always there. So, okay. Here we are again, the foundation of the reading, balance problems. This is a reason he tripped going up the steps, and he's got, maybe he is wearing braces for his ankles, or what do you call it? Like the, I don't know if I'd really call it a brace, but the compression, like slip over things that people wear. I remember when I hurt my heel, I would get the kind that you could put ice, put it in the freezer, because the ice was the only thing that would help the nerves, So, but with him, it could keep a person's foot from flexing up as high as it needed in order to get up a step. I think that was why he tripped. Like he caught his toe. You could see in the loop, and you can just watch it over and over again and see it. It's pretty easy. So the Nine of Swords, just to reiterate on the meanings, when it's reversed, we've got headaches. So we have 2 cards relating to headaches. This is the foundation of the day. These 2 cards here. Oh boy. Okay, but these 2 cards relate to headaches. Rage imploded, held within, will also bring in headaches. And other meanings over here with the Nine of Swords when it comes to reverse are obsessive compulsive disorders and like I said, falling down a ladder. He's not climbing ladders, but he does climb stairs. So there's that. And we have the faceplant card. And I forgot to tell you, the only reason I went ahead and flipped this over and said we'll take it is because when I was shuffling, to allow for reversals, it's a big process, so it takes quite some time that I don't do it on camera. But this card flipped out when I was shuffling. So there's that. Okay, now the Knight of Wands is our card for being very ungrounded. Again, Mars and Sag, a lot of fire. It's like double amount of fire. So it's, again, problems with his head. Again, emotional rage. And he's at the foundation for the day. The entire day is going to be one of those where he's reckless and scattered and arrogant, because that's the way narcissists are. But that's keywords for our Knight of Wands when it's reversed. And this is my number 1 card for addiction. Well, along with the Moon, addictions and liver problems, blood sugar problems, but mostly addictions. And he's not sleeping. And faceplant. Health meanings with the Ten of Swords. We know he's not going for acupuncture, but that would be a really good thing to do. This is him having problems with his mind because it's Mercury in Virgo. So, when that's in a challenge, his mind can just be scattered and all over the place. And I feel that when I'm reading on him, because I'm an empath, and it's like the energy's all over the place with him. But sometimes this card, again, Mercury relating to the lungs and the breath, and because our communication channel, right? It can sometimes be pulmonary issues. It can also be an undiagnosed neurological disorder. And this is a card also for seizures. So, okay. If we had these cards together, if they came out in this order, then we would have our dirt nap card, our dirt nap day. But yeah, I don't think so. Not today. All right, I'll be back later. Take good care. Have a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Bye.